Welcome to this edition of Park Dong-Chang's Barefoot Morning Letter. Today, we're exploring the incredible science behind how barefoot walking can give your immunity a serious boost. Earth.
We're going to be diving deep into a really groundbreaking scientific paper. It reveals how simply connecting with the Earth can dramatically, and I mean dramatically, change what's happening inside our bodies.
Have you ever wondered if there's a simple, totally natural way to strengthen your body's defenses? Well, the answer might literally be right under your feet.
Now, look, we're not just talking about feelings or vague beliefs here. We're talking about hard evidence. So let's get into the actual science.
The researchers behind this study asked a fascinating question. What happens to our immune response when we're grounded or earthed right after we get a vaccine?
And what's really cool about this is how carefully they designed the experiment. They wanted to get a clear, unbiased answer, so they were incredibly meticulous.
So they took 32 healthy volunteers, all between 19 and 23 years old, and they kept them under identical conditions. The same food, the same amount of rest, the same activities, and then they gave them typhoid and tetanus vaccines.
Now here's the critical part. They used a double-blind method. One group was connected to the Earth with a real working grounding wire. The other group had a fake one. And here's the kicker. Nobody knew who was in which group, not even the researchers. This is the gold standard for preventing any kind of bias in a study.
And this slide shows just how simple but brilliant the setup was. A copper wire was connected from a little plate on each person's leg to another plate that was buried in the moist earth outside. That's it. It created a direct physical link, letting them absorb the Earth's natural energy.
So what happened? Well, after they took blood samples from everyone, the researchers discovered something pretty astonishing.
It turns out just being grounded for those few hours caused some really significant changes in their blood. While things like their iron levels went down, a group of proteins called globulins, which are super important for immune function, saw a major increase.
And right here, this is the hero of our story. Gamma globulins. You can basically think of these as the special forces of your immune system. They are the antibodies that go out and fight off viruses and bacteria.
So how much did they surge? You're not going to believe this. The study showed that gamma globulin levels absolutely skyrocketed. We're talking an increase of roughly 1,000%. They went from a level of 0.001 to 0.011 in the grounded group. That is a truly massive leap.
Okay, so a huge jump in a lab is one thing, but what's the crucial point here? What does this incredible scientific finding actually mean for our health out here in the real world? What this suggests is that being connected to the Earth might just dramatically speed up our immune response. It helps our bodies create those powerful antibodies much faster. This gives us a real scientific reason for why barefoot walking could be a natural way to build up our body's fundamental defenses.
And you know what? These scientific findings are totally supported by real-life experiences. For instance, we see testimonials like the one from 83-year-old Lee Tae-men, who reported stronger immunity and major improvements in his overall health after he started a daily barefoot walking practice.
And the amazing thing is, this powerful method for healing is accessible to absolutely everyone. So let's talk about how you can get started safely and effectively.
Okay, to make sure your barefoot walking journey is safe and gets you the best results, just follow these 3 simple steps. First, start safely. Always check your path for sharp objects and maybe think about talking to your doctor about a tetanus vaccination. Second, practice daily. Consistency is everything. It's the real key to healing. And third, aftercare is crucial. Especially in dry seasons, you have to wash your feet thoroughly and use plenty of moisturizing cream. This is so important to prevent your heels from cracking.
We really encourage you to go out and experience this for yourself. That connection you feel with the Earth. It's just a fundamental, powerful way to support your body's natural vitality and find your own path to healing.
Hey, if you found this explainer valuable, we'd be so grateful if you'd show your support by subscribing and liking this video. And if you want to connect with an amazing community, search for the National Barefoot Walking Movement headquarters on Naver Cafe. You can share your own experiences and learn so much more. Thanks for joining us today.